Aries, welcome back to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. So today, dear Ariana, my Boston cream, I'm going to be doing your reading from March 8th to the 15th. This will be a general reading, so it may resonate with you and it may not. Now, in this reading, dear Aries, I'm going to be taking a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify your main challenge and get some final advice for you. Let's see what's going on for my Aries. So Aries, Ariana. This is a very thick deck and it's a brand new one. So we're going to handle this. We're gonna handle it. I got you, Ariana. And happy birthday month, by the way. So your birthday is coming up very soon, and thankfully this Mercury retrograde is also ending as well. Let's see what's going on. So, Aries, your challenge is the Tower from March 8th to the 15th. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Death card, followed by the Three of Swords and the Chariot. Okay, so Aries, there is a major shift and a change that is possibly going to happen for you within the next few days, within the next few weeks. But the Tower here is an indication that, you know, something here is coming to an end. Something here is being dismantled. A situation here is calling to your attention to also look at it. As you're an Aries fellow fire sign, I don't see you being afraid of this change. I don't see you being scared of this change. I do strongly feel like here that this has a lot to do with you really being very determined when it comes to, you know, making the right decision, making the right move. And this situation that's either ending or shifting and changing plays a major role for you. Okay, you have been thinking about this for a long time. It's either something that's calling your attention to completely end it, or there is something here that, you know, is going to just end on its own. We're going to clarify this and we're going to find out more. In the recent past, dear Aries, you have the King of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Justice. So in the recent past, I do see here that some of you were in a very committed, loving relationship here with somebody. You know, I think it started off great, but I don't necessarily see that this relationship really took off the ground very well. There could have been maybe somebody that you were dealing with. Maybe either this person was married, okay, with the Justice here, or maybe they were involved with somebody. There were legal matters that were involved as well. You could have been younger than you, could have been Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, or another fire sign. So we're going to get back to this and we're going to clarify this. Now, in the present moment, you have the Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo you could be dealing with, Six of Cups, and the Strength. There is a very strong soul connection with this person. Okay, very strong soul connection. Queen of, I just have to cover a little bit because, you know, she's got a little bit of, how do I show this so that you can see this? Okay, like this possibly. Okay, so King of Pentacles, okay, Queen of Pentacles, so Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and then you have the Six of Cups and the Strength. So there is a very strong soul connection, memories coming into your mind when it comes to this person from the past. We're going to clarify this in a moment. In the near future, you have the Hanged Man, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. This is a situation that's been kind of keeping you stuck, and you need to make a very important decision. This is a common theme for fire signs of what I'm seeing. You're going to make an important decision, dear Aries, whether you want to hold on to this person or you're going to move on from them, okay? Hanged Man here is telling me that you still in the near future seem to be thinking about this person. You still are trying to find ways to kind of also justify somebody's behavior towards you. You could have been betrayed by this person in the past. Don't shoot the messenger, but that's what I'm strongly intuitively picking up on. You need to make a decision because you are the Knight of Wands here and you have a purpose, you have a mission, you're a go-getter, your birthday is coming up. So you're going to go towards a specific direction. The Death card at the bottom of the deck, the Three of Swords, you know, it is telling me that, you know, this heartbreak, Aries, is showing you something, is reminding you of your own power, my dear fellow fire sign. It's reminding you that, even though a situation here ended, this could be an opportunity here for you to completely transform your life and to have such a glow up personal comeback that people are going to look at you and they're going to be like, wow. And I'm getting chills right now as I'm saying this. People are going to look at you, Aries, and they're going to be like, this is insane. How did you even manage to get out of such a bad situation, such a life-threatening situation, if that's what you were going through? So this is about you also. Once you choose to transform, once you choose walk into a new path also, and turn this pain into power, there is something here about an abundant relationship, abundant connection, family, buying a house in the near future, in the future. So money, career is going to be very important. But you have an important task in front of you. Not just leaving this Three of Swords behind you, but also as the Chariot, you're moving forward, but also maybe forgiving, maybe releasing and transmuting, okay? Now, let's get into your reading and let's talk about the Tower, and we're gonna see what is it that you need to know and what is this change about, dear Aries. I can already feel this is gonna be an intense reading, and it's gonna be quite intense. So let's clarify the Tower. Something is changing in your life. Maybe a lot of things are changing. The Tower, dear Aries, is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Page of Wands, and the Magician. You know what's changing? Your social status is changing. Your place in society is changing towards the better, by the way. Okay? Your place in this life is changing. Your recognition is changing. Your ideas are transforming. You have a very specific desire when it comes to marriage, when it comes to commitment and a relationship, when it comes to fame, when it comes to being well known, and when it comes to love. All of those categories, career, money, and love, everything is about to get aligned for you. But remember, Aries, before things can really get very aligned for us, we also are gonna need to acknowledge the fact that we're also going through some kind of a major transformation and a shift that needs to happen. What's meant for you will not pass you, and actually what's not meant for you will stay there, and it will make you feel so uncomfortable until you admit the fact that you gotta let go of a situation. And you're not the one, first of all, to be afraid of going through a Tower moment anyways, but also this is something that you might have feel that you have an attachment to and you need to let go of, because this is directly related to your three major categories of your life, like I said, okay? Career, fame, relationships, and also ideas, okay? So house, money, all of that, because this is directly connected to your manifestations. You have the Magician here, and right behind the Magician, there is the Eight of Swords. What is it that's blocking? What is it that you think that's blocking your manifestations and creating something for you? Okay, so let's clarify the King of Wands here for you in the recent past. You possibly were dealing with somebody here that maybe had like long black hair, if it was a woman, nonetheless had big boobs, maybe they didn't have big boobs, I don't know. Or you dealt with a man who was maybe a fitness person, who was into fitness, good looking, you're good looking, so I'm saying. So the King of Wands is clarified by the Five of Cups, the Hermit, and the Chariot. A lot of you, this situation here ended. Like I said, it didn't really take off the ground here is what I'm getting. Okay, it didn't really fully take off the ground. As you can see, my focus is going a little bit in and out. So this person also could have been in and out of your life is what I'm getting. This person maybe was not very consistent, and you started really asking yourself this question: what am I investing my time into? Is this person holding me back from my biggest goals? Five of Cups. Yes, there was a disappointment, a situation here came to an end. It was not pleasant, it was not nice, but I think that this was something that really affected you at a big level. Page of Swords. There is something about this person being books. There is something about candles, books, rituals here is what I'm getting. I don't know what that really means for many of you, but the Page of Swords here talks about maybe somebody here was into reading or liked to read books, but nonetheless, the Page of Swords here is also an indication of somebody here just talking and saying things and not really necessarily implementing actions. Page of Swords is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Ten of Cups, and the Lovers. You know, what this person was talking about, let me tell you what this person was talking about. Talking about either being your soulmate, you both being in a relationship. They were talking about, okay, forming a family with you. There could have been also kids that were involved in this picture. King of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, I think you were really invested into this relationship, maybe even financially, maybe also physically, like in many other different ways. So there is something here about you and this person sharing a lot of things like in common together. But what I'm seeing here, it was kind of mostly one-sided. Why I'm saying one-sided is because you, as the King of Wands, Queen of Wands, as a fire sign, you did invest everything that you could. You did invest all of yourself. And I think this person with the Justice, something here was out of balance. Okay, something here was out of balance. It was not fully in its place here. Maybe also there was some legal things going on in here, legal matters, money issues, money problems. So the Justice here is clarified by the Five of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. You can make this up. Okay, in the recent past, somebody here disconnected from you, or you also may be disconnected from them. The reason why there was a disconnection, Aries, is because, like I said, there was a major conflict, major argument. There is a Five of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. A lot of you got into this really difficult phase with this person. It became really challenging because somebody here was either being on and off with you, or they were being back and forth. And with the Five of Swords, there was this constant conflicts and arguments. Also, these arguments could have included family members, okay? Family members here could have been an evil eye or whatsoever. There is a lot of indication of here like conflict, like things just started becoming more and more difficult. And somebody here had to move. And I think that with the Six of Swords, you started maybe also departing from this person and pulling back and pulling away, because a lot of you needed some time to heal with the Star and the Nine of Wands, which is the wounded soldier. So you needed some time away from this situation and from this person, Aries, because you realized that you needed some time to heal. You needed some time to really take a time out and just be on your own. You could have been kind of a hermit also, just on your own, because things were like chaotic in the past, okay? It was overwhelming. So Queen of Pentacles in the present moment, and the Six of Cups and the Strength. So there is something about this person coming back into your mind. Somebody here also has red hair, red lipstick is what I'm seeing. Okay, Queen of Pentacles is clarified by the Six of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. It's the same person who hurt you. Anytime you see the Six of Cups, it is always an indication of like a past person showing up, okay, and resurfacing again here. So it's twice. I'm using two different decks. This is a brand new deck that I'm using. And for a lot of you, could be dealing with the Leo too, or somebody who acts like a Leo. I do see here, Aries, that in the present moment, there is a lot of memories that keep coming up on your mind. There is a lot of like maybe signs, synchronicities, certain songs, certain souvenirs, certain objects, and things like that that are reminding you of this person, or a lot of memories coming up. Now, Six of Cups, there is a very strong soul connection with this person that you have. A lot of you also were rejected by this person. I feel like this person might have left you or abandoned you now, or you could have also left them as well, okay, because of certain reasons. Six of Cups in the present moment, let's clarify that. It's clarified by the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and the Four of Cups. This is somebody that emotionally feels really attached to you. The reason why you keep feeling this person's energy around you is because this person is also, they can't get you out of their mind either. Okay, Queen of Cups, heavy water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and the Four of Cups, Eight of Swords. I don't necessarily see this person like really dating to someone. Even if they're dating somebody, I don't see them being really fully committed. They internally, if this person is dating another person, Aries, I feel like this person, or if they're with somebody, they're internally rejecting that person. They haven't fully invested into with whatever connection they are in right now, because their emotions here, okay, because I'm talking about this person specifically from the past, their emotions and their feelings and their mind is constantly connected to you. whatever you have done for this person, whatever you did with them, there is a lot of memories that are coming up, and it takes a lot of strength for them to also put a facade on the outside that maybe they don't care, okay? That maybe they don't care, it doesn't matter to them, it's easy for them, they can get over that, whatever. But I think it's becoming more and more challenging, because the strength here, when you look at it, you see how gently she's actually taming the lion. It's not easy to do that. So the lion here could be a certain challenging situation that is somebody's trying to take control of, but it's challenging. So the strength is clarified by the 9 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Swords, So I think that what's really challenging for this person to get over is, on the outside, like I said, they're coming across as being the 9 of Cups. Everything is great in their life. They're doing amazing. But internally, they're struggling. 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Swords. Internally, Aries, I think it's something that's really bothering them. They do also feel, if they're in a relationship for whatever reason, I'm picking up on that, they could feel really alone. They could feel lonely. They could feel abandoned. They could feel like the person that they're with is not really giving them what you gave them. So there is an ending. This situation, whoever this person is with, I think they're done with that person. They are ending something within them. And that's literally what I'm channeling. This may not resonate with everybody, but I think they are internally very dissatisfied with the connection that they're dealing with right now, and they're like letting go of that. It's not fulfilling them anymore. King of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And there is also the Knight of Pentacles. So this person is very much, connected and stuck on you energetically too. So the Hanged Man is talking about in the near future. That's a Pisces energy also. This is an indication, something about the 12th house. This is about like seeing this situation from a different perspective. It's clarified by the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. Here is the thing. I'm going to tell you this right now, Aries. I do see here, interestingly enough, that there is going to be a point where you and this person are going to come face to face. Before you will decide which direction you're going to fully move towards, I think that there is going to be an opportunity where you and this person, you will have a conversation, and this conversation is going to be about commitment, it's going to be about marriage, it's going to be about like relationship related things, okay? So 7 of Pentacles, you're going to make a decision if this is something in the near future that you would really want to invest into and move forward to, because a lot of you have really been in a very dark place recently, and I think that you're kind of being very careful with your heart and who you're going to give your heart to, because this is something that's like, it's super serious for you and you want to be very mindful, okay? So the 7 of Pentacles, let's clarify that in the near future, Aries. And it is clarified by the Justice, the 4 of Swords, and the Fool. Yeah, you want to make sure that, it's fair. You want to make sure that there is balance in this connection here. There is no legal issues. There is no legal matters here. You want to be in a very peaceful relationship. I know as an Aries, you're very, fiery, you're very passionate, you're a go-getter, but also there is something about you just also enjoying the quiet and the peaceful things of life. So in the near future, 7 of Pentacles, it's a reevaluation, it's a reassessment. Because also the Fool is the card of an Aries, right? The firstborn of the zodiac. If you would really want to go back to this person and to this situation and to this connection, because a lot of you have been really tired of being tossed around left and right and just being underestimated and also underappreciated. So this has a lot to do with you reevaluating what kind of a dynamic you want to enter into, if you really would want to go back to this person or not. And you have the Knight of Wands here, okay? So there is a lot of love between you and them. I do strongly feel like here that's what's happening, but you have a decision here to make. It's a sense of purpose, it's a sense of direction you want to go to. Clarified by the King of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, and the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Now, I want you to look at this closely. Virgo energy here, High Priestess, the Lovers, Gemini energy, and you have the King of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and the 2 of Swords. There is gonna be, still see things being kind of up in the air. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, very strong here. This is about you and this person really navigating through a major confusing phase. Not only in your life, not only in their life, because this is confusing because there is a tower moment. It's like you don't really fully know if you really should let this person go or not, if you really should hold on to them or not. Honestly, this is such a personal reading, and it's such a it's a general reading, but it's such a personal decision here. Because to give this person and to this situation another chance, there might be certain sacrifices that also need to be made, and those sacrifices could be financial, it could be status, it could be location-wise, it could be so many other things, you know what I mean? So you're gonna wanna be very mindful of that. You have the Lovers here, Gemini energy, you could be dealing with the Leo, but you are someone that you love very fiercely, Aries, and you need to make this decision based on how you feel and what's best for you, and not sabotage your own happiness here. So it's a very tough decision that you're standing at, and you need to make that. Now, at the bottom of the deck, Aries, what you don't see coming is you have the Death, the Three of Swords, and the Chariot. You know, this is a situation that, like I said, you have the opportunity here to transform this and to transmute this into power. But at the same time, you're gonna wanna be honest, because if something here hasn't worked out and it's been very debilitating, and there is a constant anticipation of maybe there is going to be another tower moment happening, maybe you need to remove yourself from this connection, or you need to take a complete timeout. A complete timeout. You know how I put Aquarius on a timeout from the channel for the whole month of March? Aquarius is not going to get any reading, weekly, monthly, or whatever, for them being ungrateful and unthankful and complaining and whining, right? Now they're going to have to pay to be a member to get a reading. So the same way, you need to take a time out and set some boundaries. Let's get the advice, Aries. It's 4:41. It's going to be 4:44 in your reading. So 4:44, 4:44 could be very significant for you. It just turned 4:42 p.m. So you have the Lovers here at the bottom of the deck again. Not a coincidence. Remember, at the bottom of this deck also, there was the Lovers too, right? And this is a brand new deck I'm using. I just gotta be a little careful because there is a few lingeries in here. Lingeries and like underwear and things like all of this, you know, what do I do with this? Queen of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and the Eight of Wands. I think this person is still part of your destiny, and I feel like there is gonna be communication. Now, there is going to be communication coming in between you and this person. You have the Eight of Wands, you have the Wheel of Fortune, and the to cover this, I have to put the marker, but I don't want to ruin the entire. Okay, so there is the Wheel of Fortune, there is the Wheel of Fortune, and then there is the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, King of Wands is you. You know, there is going to be communication coming in with this person. Like I said, they're going to resurface with the Six of Cups. They're going to come back. There is going to be an important conversation. This conversation is going to be about the fact that you and this person ended something in the past, or something here was, you know, done and gone, and you still want to revisit to see if there is an opportunity to work things out with them or not. I really feel like here that you could really reconsider giving this person a chance, but what I'm strongly feeling here is that you're gonna really be very careful and not rush into it, Aries, because, you know, also the Saturn just moved into Aries, your sign. This means that we need to really be disciplined and, you know, be kind of meticulous and calculated. If you already learned a lesson, there is no need to rush into it right away. You could approach this situation to this person from a different angle, but still don't sabotage your own happiness and what you what you really want for yourself. I need some water. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'll get some water. Okay, so there is going to be a chance that an opportunity, 444 right now on the clock, can be very significant. Just this conversation, go with the flow. No need to make hasty decisions during the Mercury retrograde. But I think moving towards your birthday, I do see here something here taking off the ground. That's what my intuition is telling me. This is what I had for you, dear Aries. And now, I just want to touch upon something real quick. I'm ending your reading at 444. You know, I just want to mention this real quick. Y'all seen this sign also. I'm a Leo. I'm your fellow fire sign. I'm a very generous person. And Aries, here's the thing. We fire signs. We don't like when people take us for granted. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. we can go get, we are a go-getter. We'll bring the moon and the stars for the people that we love. We will give selflessly. On my channel, you see I do for all the 12 signs. I am showing up consistently. I'm doing these readings, right? The mother freaking Aquarius for the past 7-8 months, and I was quiet about this. I'm a Leo. I'm gonna sit there and let them think they got it. And the mother freaking Aquarius, okay, the most complaining and the whining and grumpy sign, and so self-entitled that it's insane, was demanding an apology that I accidentally called them a Gemini in their reading. And that's something that I've been doing also for the past few months. I do the things the way that I do, and I also said I'm sorry a few times, right? But it's like I can't do, for example, Aquarius after Aries' reading. I always do Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. So, it happens, right? We make this mistake, and they know about this. Some of them are used to it. Some of them are fine, the evolved Aquariances, right? Because I'm not sign bashing or generalizing, but most of them, they have been very nasty, and it's a pattern. It is a pattern. It's not about somebody coming in and say, hey, I don't like your haircut. I don't like the fact that you're wearing this. I don't like this throne, whatever. It's okay, cool. Say what you want about the looks and everything. I don't care. But when I'm giving like so much and then you're commenting, oh, the entire reading didn't resonate. I'm so disappointed. Bitch. Now you want to see some fire coming out right now here. This is a general reading. International, 8 billion, cosmic, universal reading. How is this supposed to resonate with you specifically? Of course, I left everything that I'm doing and I'm sitting here doing this reading for you specifically, you ungrateful Aquarius. And, I'm sorry. What do I do? What do you want me to do? They don't resonate. Then F off. I don't care. So I'm saying, so I don't do, so Aquarius got a yellow card, grounded. Aquarius is grounded for the month of March. No readings for Aquarius on the main channel. Instead of giving them for free and having them complain, now they're gonna pay. They will pay, they will be a member, they will get access to their readings. I will still do Aquarius reading, but it's gonna go behind the paid wall. Now I'm gonna teach them how to be grateful, because a lot of these people are taking everything for granted. The phone they got, the water they got, the shelter they got, the internet they got, and the territory they got. So I'm gonna teach people that they're gonna respect me. They don't have to like me, they don't have to support me, but they will respect the fuck out of me, because I don't take no shit from nobody, and I'm very heavy on that, you know what I'm saying? So this is also a reminder for my fellow fire signs to remember, if people are disrespecting you and all they do is take because they see the fire in you and you feel depleted and you feel disrespected, you're going to set the boundary and you're going to let them know like I do. You're going to sit down, Aquarius. I'm going to give you a yellow card, okay? And if it happens again, I'm going to exclude the sign of Aquarius. I don't care for the rest of the time. So it's a lesson. It's a chance, right? For the month of March. I'm going to teach them how to respect me. And I know this may sound harsh. Some people may say, oh, love and light, spiritual people. Honey. You know what I'm saying? We're not a doormat here. I run this business and I run this, okay? So I'm not gonna let anybody just be ungrateful. So it is my decision. There is absolutely nobody and nothing that's gonna change my mind. This is what I'm gonna do, and they will learn. And this is a lesson for every other sign. Make sure you hit the like button, you comment, you subscribe, you're positive, okay? You're positive. And that's why I went live and I put the title, Who Wants to Be Your Soulmate? Aquarius, who wants to be your soulmate and marry you? If you are so ungrateful, if you are so unthankful, and you're getting offended by a general reading, you know what I'm saying? So, with all that being said, dear Aries, I want to say, I really appreciate you and I thank you so much for supporting me and being by my side. Because, we're not putting any other sign down, but I'm just being realistic. This is it. Okay, make sure you're also establishing your boundaries. Love you so much, Ariana, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.